Okay, I got my second win, so... Ah, man. Only 2 more chapters left after this one. It's... I'll save my lamentation for the end. But let's just jump right into it. Welcome to Beastars, chapter 194, Eternity Until Every Window Turns Dark. The climax is imminent. This is a really beautiful color spread. We have... I wonder if this is a sign of what's to come. what we can expect from the future, hopefully. Because Louis going on a date with Juno. And we have not seen Haru yet. I hope Haru's still alive. It's... Anyway. Let's see. Louis and Juno are dating, yet Juno seems to be in deep thought. Juno, aren't we there yet? We're taking a while. Juno? I love Juno's look. She's always just been... I feel like Juno's like... I wish we saw more Juno, just like I wish we saw more Haru. I would have really liked to have seen more of Juno, because I've always said, since I started doing these reviews, Juno's very much the protagonist of her own manga, right? All of her development happens off screen, and she comes to conclusions on her own. She's much more, well, she's the smarter Legacy, in my opinion. Those two would be perfect together in a perfect world. If Legacy didn't fall for Haru, I could easily see Juno in his life. Anyway, but she's dating Louis, so what you thinking about? Today, you're gonna kiss me. So that's what she's thinking about? So demanding, too. You can't forget that kiss we had. And I know you're gonna kiss me on this date. That face. What's with your glaring eyes full of death threats? Glaring? Your baseless confidence is a beauty, but don't drag me into this. It's not baseless. I guess you couldn't forget it, so you were not able to say to my motivation. So you were not able to say no to my invitation for a date night, right? Isn't that right? Or am I overthinking it? Please tell me I'm right. Sometimes she's pretty cute. So what do you want to go do? Go watch a movie or something? No. Only those who are sure... why am I having trouble reading all of a sudden? Only those who aren't sure of themselves would choose movies to have some space. I don't want that. Stop antagonizing other females. Yeah, Juno, ouch. I love the movies. But, not a female, but I'm just saying. Today you'll be focusing only on me, Louis. She's gonna take him to do something private. Today you're gonna be focusing only on me. That's good though. She doesn't want his attention to be divided anywhere else. That's awesome with Juno. I love Juno's initiative. She's taking Louis out on a date. Like, that's something I appreciate with Juno's character. She's not needy. Like, if she wants something, she's gonna go get it. She wants to go on a date. She has no problem with planning the date and what they're gonna do. And, making it happen for herself. Let's see. From now on, please focus on business, Louis. Oh, this is his fiancée, Azuki. I've never been on a true date with Azuki. Ah, your ear is twitching. You have something in mind? So when Louis thinks, his ear twitches? Okay. First of all, she doesn't show her emotions much. Am I being too overjoyed? And she never speaks what's truly on her mind. Even when I shut up, my tail makes noise. Stop it. I love Juno. Juno's hilarious. She goes from chill to spazzing out in a couple of seconds. She's adorable though. But his mind is on Azuki. So it's not on Juno at all, really. Calm down. Where is this train taking us anyway? Somewhere far away. Far away? Yeah. She's squinting. I can see the school. She was right in a way. How many movies are worth than just being on a train with her? That's awesome. So they're going sightseeing, which actually ties in nicely to what we found out about Legacy. Dogs like signs because of their kinetic vision or something like that. Do dogs have kinetic vision? I think it's something like that. So that's probably why Juno chose to go right on the train. It's much more funner for her watching the buildings go by. But that's awesome. Just these two hanging out with each other. Sure, there are people and stuff right there and they don't have masks on and they're not social distancing, but it's still pleasant. The weather is so nice. I love rain, but my hair always gets messed up, so the sun today is nice. That's right. Everything around Juno is like her own stage. The sunlight, the wind, everything. Even the kiss at the graduation. It didn't feel real. I almost forgot my own place in this world. They did, like, that is true. Juno steals the spotlight wherever she goes. She just has that much charisma, enough to where it affected Louis early on in the series. That's Juno's potential. If she could do that, she could just conquer the world. I believe it. The power to bring you into a whole nother world, to make you forget about your surroundings. I even went through the formality of kissing. How did it go? I don't want opinions for a political marriage kiss. Azuki's, she seems colder than she normally is. But the thing about Azuki, like, I don't dislike Azuki. In fact, I think she's one of those characters that could have used her own chapter to kind of flesh her out a little bit. But even still, she's essentially what Louis is supposed to be, right? Obedient, does what's expected of him. She's pretty much a reflection of what Oguma wanted Louis to be, right? So she's gonna be like the perfect wife or whatever. Political marriage. I guess that's not a bad thing. What I love is Horn's conglomerate, not you. Oof, ice cold. But we already knew that though. So Louis already like knows. Of course. And he gives her a hug. We're gonna work hard for each other for the times to come. I'll eventually recruit my men. Horn's conglomerate needs to be bigger. So he's thinking about, he went to go see his boys in prison. That's awesome. And he's like, hire us, look at Free. He's holding that sign. He's like, hire us, Mr. President. And Agata just as happy. As long as they're together, man. So I'm curious, how is he gonna make this work with Juno if he's in a political marriage with Azuki? Unless he's gonna just be unless he's just in a relationship with, alright, so I see why. Unless the relationship is just a friend and they're actually free to pursue the people that they actually want to pursue. Maybe it's that. Let's find out. But this is not a movie. You can't have everything. He's admiring Juno, but what he just said, you can't have everything. So I wonder if the implication is he's not gonna stay with Juno then, because they are dating, right? Let's see this panel. People are getting off the train and it's getting darker, so they just chilled there until nighttime. That's awesome. It's true that I'll never be able to forget that graduation day, but you'll never see me again. I'm sorry. I understand why you never forgot that day. It's just you. No, It's more than that. It's because that day I felt it through my lips. Oh, what's she doing with his hand? Oh, is this where Louis dies? Is she gonna eat him? Is Juno gonna eat Louis? My front teeth. My canine teeth. And then my carnassial teeth. You'll remember everything, Louis. Goodbye. Now. Oh? Ah. I see what Louis... Okay, I was scared for Louis for a minute. I was like, no, this isn't how Beastars ends. But I see what's happening right now. She's seducing Louis, right? Juno's... Okay, Juno... This is a power play from Juno. I remember from the very first time she showed her strength under the spotlight with Louis, I said from then on, Juno is at her best when she is dominating. Juno has this presence about her where she steals every panel she's in, right? She's actually a top tier character, and this is the reason why. She's not afraid to use what she has to her advantage. She knows Louis isn't going to get this from anywhere else. One of a kind right here. You'll remember everything, Louis. Goodbye. Now, a fangless kiss won't be enough for you. Is that it? Take this, the cute curse of a wolf. And that's the end. What? Okay. So I like how, see, Juno is at her best when she is dominating, when she is in control. She in control. That's the best way to describe Juno, because from her character is just great. Like from when we first met her to how unpolished she was, to seeing her maturity. Like Juno's very, I'm not even going to say sexual in nature. I'm going to just say very comfortable in her own skin, and she's very confident, right? And she, oh man, this part right here, my front teeth. She's taken Louis. This is a very sensual scene, right? She's playing with Louis' senses by bringing his hand and letting him touch her, her canines all throughout her mouth, right? And she's making sure he gets that touch, right? And look how they get close to each other. Like, Louis wants to give her a kiss, I'm sure, right? But no, she cuts it off, because from what this is where the change happened right here. Louis was breaking up with her, right? She says, you'll never see me again. He's like, I'm sorry. But then Juno's like, yeah, right. And she pulls a Uno reverse, right? So, and she does all this. So Juno, in short, Juno is going to be living in Louis' head rent-free. He's never going to forget it. Like she said before, like a political marriage isn't going to compare to me. A fangless kiss won't be enough for you, because I'm all that. And goodbye, and she gets the last word and the door closes. Perfect. Louis got owned here, right? Juno may not have Louis physically, but she owns his head now. I love to see it. That's awesome. Oh shit, is that going? Hey, that's going. Sheesh. It's a darn shame that this panda was so underutilized. I thought he'd for sure make an appearance in the back alley market during the turf war. But man, this chapter's been awesome. This is a perfect, this is great closure for Louis and Juno's thing. And the thing about that is, I'm not even mad about Louis with his decision here, because I would most definitely root for Juno and Louis and their relationship to succeed. But the fact of the matter is, Louis has responsibilities outside of choosing the self, I'd say him, if he were to stay with Juno, that would be the selfish thing to do, because people have literally died for Louis to succeed in the position that he's in, right? They, like, Oguma died and he had high hopes and trust Louis would do the right thing and be the beast that his father knew he could be, right? He may have been a shitty dad. Like, right, he may have been a shitty dad. He tried his best though with Louis, right? And I'd say the only thing he really did right was truly believing in his son and in his success, his future success that he didn't even live to see. So Louis has a lot of responsibility. He's the CEO of the Horns. Well, he's the president of the Horns conglomerate. And let's not forget his political marriage to Azuki was so they can merge their companies. I'm pretty sure that's a cultural thing, like in the East. Like, you have arranged marriages so you can. It's a business agreement, pretty much, right? And all right. So say if he were with Gino, that would cause a lot of problems. Like, it strategically in a business sense, it makes sense for him to stay with Azuki, right? Because she has resources that he could use. It'll increase his influence, right, in the city, which means it'll be easier for him to get things done, which is what really needs to be done, right? For him to, it'll, like, that influence is what's gonna help him get his boys, the Shishigumi, out of prison, right? And he's not really in a position where he could just jeopardize that for, like, a fling with Juno. It's kind of sad and bittersweet, but the thing about that is Juno's Juno. Juno's gonna be okay no matter what. And if we go back to this scene up top, Louis just acknowledges what he has to do. That's what I like about Louis. He's taking one for the team here. It's like, yo, I may not want to do this, but I'm gonna do this because people depend on me now. And it's bigger than me, right? I gotta get my boys out of jail. I gotta change the city. I gotta influence things for the better, because it was his dream. It was Oguma's dream that Louis would become the Beastar, a pillar of society. I wonder if Louis in Lego Sphere Beastars yet. That hasn't been touched on. I don't think it is. But even then, I'd just be satisfied if they were to just, like, live their lives separately. Just go about living their lives without the Beastar title, because that's pretty much in line with how this that's pretty much in line with their characters, and I really wouldn't be mad, They can be Beastars without having the actual title. It's just a formality anyway. But yeah, I can't really be mad at Louis for this. And Azuki is in love. Azuki loves the Horns conglomerate, right? Louis understands that because she's essentially what he was supposed to be, as I said before. And the thing about Azuki as well, she seems cold, but at the same time, she was groomed for this since she was born. And Louis was groomed for his role for 17 years, let's not forget, right? So it's easy to be like, oh, I hate Azuki, I don't want Louis to be with her. In my opinion, it makes perfect sense. Because unlike Azuki, unlike Louis, Azuki was pretty much sheltered her entire life. She comes from a rich family. She doesn't have the same perspective Louis does, because Louis was literally born in misfortune and poverty, right? And he's had outside influences, influence his perspective on things, and he's changed for the better. He is not the same deer we started with. This is like a different character. It's actually insane, the character development he's received. And I'm happy to see it. I really am. Yeah. So, it's pretty awesome. There's just so much to do. So we got 2 more chapters after this. I really am wondering how this is going to play out. There's so many ways it can go. And in my head, it depends if Haru is actually alive or not. I hope she is, because we haven't seen her. But we'll see. But yeah, this has been an awesome chapter. Juno, once again, this is Juno's chapter. She stole the show on this one. Good on Juno. I expected nothing less. Yeah, so it's been fun. It's been really fun. I love these characters. I've grown attached. Yeah, and this is a good conclusion for them. Now, what about Legacy's happy ending? Let's see how it goes. Juno is gonna be okay. And she made sure we damn well knew it. So, good. Well, see you during the next one. Bye now.